星期日晚7點到9點會出現喺純搖擺。
This is David Gahan from Depeche Mode and
Martin Gore from Depeche Mode.
joining you on Sunday night for 100% rock.
梁安琪提醒你，星期日晚不見不散。
Martin, I would like to ask you, there is a French clothes magazine called Depeche Mode, and you called yourself Depeche Mode. Does it represent your music is very fashionable?
Not really, no. But we used to have a really bad name when we first started, and it sort of got embarrassing after a while, so we had to change it. And at the time we were looking for a name. Dave was at college, and he often used to use the magazine. You know, they used to use it because it was art college. And so we just thought we might as well steal the name.
What was the bad name, you know, when you first started?
I never told anybody, it's too bad.
David, how did you boys first go together?
We got together, there was a three-piece before I came along. One guitar, bass guitar and drum machine, and Martin was playing synthesizer as well. And gradually, I joined them.
If you don't mind, would you like to tell our audience under what circumstances did Vincent Clark quit the group?
We're not really sure of the reason why he left, but we suppose that it was mainly because he wanted to do something on his own, and partly because he didn't like being the centre of attention all the time. You know, being famous and doing interviews all the time, and he didn't get enough free time to write songs and things. And so he left so that he could concentrate on songwriting, then formed CR2, and now he's in the same position again, really, because he's even more successful.
Do you have any comment on CR2's music?
I think it's very good.
Vincent Clark used to be the frontman of the group. After he quit, you, Martin, took his place and does all the writing. What is the biggest difference between your compositions and Vincent?
It's difficult to say what the difference between the two sorts of songs are, but I write in a totally different way to Vince. Vince used to concentrate on melodies, and he didn't really worry about words. You know, he used to like words that rhymed, and didn't worry about their meaning, whereas I tend to worry more about the meaning, and then work on the melodies afterwards.
Well, how do you categorize the music?
I don't think it's very romantic, really. Some of the songs are love songs, like See You's a classic type love song. But I wouldn't say the whole New Romantic was like a name that was made up in England for a group of, like a lot of groups. They just sort of put you under a category. And that was a name that came up, futurists and things like that. So they don't really mean anything, and those sort of things I think are forgotten now in England. You're just sort of all out on your own, like all the bands that pulled through that thing have now established themselves on their own, like us.
The electronic sound is very popular in many parts of the world, especially in Hong Kong. Martin, do you think this trend will last?
I think so, yeah, because electronic music is just another form of music, an alternative to guitar music. It's just a way of making the music. It's not a particular style. So I think it will last because of that.
Some British bands like Duran Duran, Culture Club and Thompson Twins do very well in the American Hot 100. Any plans for breaking into the American charts?
Well, all those bands that you mentioned have spent a lot of time in America touring, and we haven't really spent a lot of time. I think if we probably went over there and decided we wanted to tour for 4 months, we would probably be in the top 100, but we haven't got any sort of... we've got ambition to be big in other countries, but America is not one of our biggest ambitions at the moment. We're more interested in getting bigger in Europe and other countries. So.
Martin, keyboards and synthesizers are very important to British new music and electronic sound. Guitars seem to be forgotten for a while. Is there any special reason that guitars are not so important to new music?
I think mainly people have just got a bit bored with them. Now, they've been used extensively now for 20 years or so, and now there is new means of making music. I think people are just more open to it and just go for that instead of using the guitars. But we've got nothing against guitars, though, and we do actually use them sometimes. We've used them a couple of times.
Dave, some people say that electronic dance music and disco sound are in the family. How do you think about that?
Well, only in the way that people dance to it. I think it's disco music. I mean, the beat, yeah, okay. A lot of the electro dance music is very disco-y, but I don't think it's the same as disco. Disco music's very bland. It's not very exciting. You can listen to 10 songs from 10 different acts and they'll all sound the same. Whereas electronic music, all the songs are different.
And what is your band's favourite?
Well, our personal favourite?
Yeah.
I think my personal favourite is Ice Machine.
How about you, Dave?
Probably For You. I like Quick For You. It's a really good single, and Leave in Silence. I like a lot of tracks, but they're probably my favourite songs.
How about the news on Get a Bell on Track?
Yeah, I like that as well. It's not one of my favourites though. It's not as I don't like it as much as I like For You.
After Hong Kong, where will be your next stop?
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
For two shows. Then we're going back to England to complete our third album.
Any title for the third album?
Well, we've got a sort of working title. It's going to be something like Construction Time Again, something like that.
To compare your Stick and Spell album and Broken Frame album, which do you like more?
I have to say, really, the second album. I shouldn't. If I was polite, I would say the first one.
When you come back?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we may be coming back in. We're going back to America in November, so maybe we'll be visiting here again on the end of it. I don't really know, but we'll be back. Yeah, definitely.